Hello and welcome. Right, hey, I've just set the two. Oh, okay. That was a very quick. Right, okay, I can see that we're gonna have to. I was, trying not to do that. I thought, oh, it'll be all right. Yeah, well, yeah, right. Of course it will. Of course it will. Don't be silly. Right. Oh, that's not that one. I know he's here somewhere. I've just literally jumped into him. Literally, it's a stone throw away. Why can I not see him? Perhaps it's because I'm too close? Yeah, he literally... Oh, he's probably in a different place than I thought. Yeah, tabbed. I know I don't tab like normally in the session, but he is somewhere. Ah, oh wow, he's an awful long way away. There we go. Well, the side of the field. I knew he was on the field. I just didn't really know where he was. So, yeah, we need to grab the ones that are going to get in the way, which is going to be whatever. Yeah, you don't ever know. I think I've actually gone back the same way that I'd already gone. So we're going to have to, like, stick these bales somewhere, aren't we, once we're filled? Because there's no room at the inn in the... That's a lot. This is going to take a while as well. Are we going to concentrate on this? Not particularly, no. I think when we get her blocked, I'm going to pop over and, like, go and sort it. We need to take the last of the corn that was in the two trailers. Let's get the aftermath of yesterday's session sorted. What, start everyone's engines? Obviously not. Let's stick this little lot in. So really, that's the last of our harvest. It is. So it's now all about, like, how well did we do, which is early to say that, because obviously there's a lot of work still to do. There is to process. But obviously I've been talking about an extreme, which is more of a tool for the Let's Play at this kind of stage where it's all over. What I mean is the animals have gone as far as they're going to go. You know, all of the the only thing that I would say that alters, and this is why I wish to go like this method. You go forwards in time a month, 2 months, 3 months, and obviously you've got more and more animal products unless you sell the animals, and that's what I'm sort of trying to say. It's more of a tool of the Let's Play to, like, speed things up, what's inside all of the things, and an extreme is more going to be a tool where I just change these. That's a very useful thing about me in modding, because I wouldn't have been able to have done this at one time, but obviously I can now, where I can, like, go out and I can change the XML from a super to an extreme. I haven't created it yet, I might add, but it's just an idea. But it's like the supers, they were only an idea about 4 weeks ago. I mentioned I was going to do supers, and then I did supers, and it's the same sort of thing with the extreme. The extreme would be like a very powerful that would, and again, it's not there would have been a time I'd have considered it cheating, but what, you're not actually altering anything, you're only making something produce something more quickly, so that we could say, well, how did we really do, right? Because obviously it's just stuff. You know what I mean is it's raw materials until it's been produced. So you're not cheating, you're only extrapolating from a more powerful thing. You're not cheating, you're not changing the... Yeah, I'm going to make this a little bit clearer. I'm not changing, like, the fundamental, only, like, the cycles that I would do far more of exactly the same that we've already got. Yeah, I'm not sort of trying to, like, cheat and make it more powerful so we get more. That really would be cheating. Yeah, no, that is you. Yeah, it's just a matter of speeding up the process so that the ingredients and everything are exactly the same as the super. In fact, actually, the super, that's all any of them are. The bionic is twice as good, meaning cycles, as the production, the standard production, and the super is twice as powerful as the bionic. So the extreme, I'm going to probably go to the power of 10. I want it to be that when we put the extreme in, I mean, I could do it, I suppose. No, I can't. I can't swizzle. One day, I'm hoping that I get good enough at modding that I can, like, do, like, a change node where I can, as a tool, change it from super to extreme within the... But if I can't, then I'll just, like, swap it over like I do now. It's just slightly more complicated is all. Right, so then we had got the other one to take, which I do believe was the Massey. I'm going to miss the team, though, I tell you. It's a cracking sort of team of tractors. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed all of the team, really, including the little Izaki. It had its place. It didn't get used too much, but then again, little tractors don't. They usually got a set job because they're just not quite capable of certain things. And it's, again, I've always been funny. Anybody who's watched my Let's Plays, always been funny about tractors without a front three-point link. And the Izaki, to me, emphasises why that is the case. It's not me like picking on them. It's just that there's so much they can't do. Don't get me wrong, there is a place for them. I'm not like trying to say, oh, I mean, I was at one time, I was like, I don't want one without. I really was a bit too silly on the, like, let's not have these tractors. And I thought, well, they've still got a place. You can still plough, you can still lug a trailer. And if you've got one cheaply in the sales, then seriously, it's not a bad thing to actually have. So, like, stop, get over it. But yes, you've got a point. It's true. I do still think that they're very much more not as versatile, which, I think that's true. I don't think anybody would argue with that, but it's just that I had like a bit of a hang-up over using one because I was like spitting my dummy out as if they were not useful at all, and they are. They have got a use, they've got a place, just not, like I was sort of doing. So, right, animals. We are still going to treat our animals well, whether they're just digital assets or not. No, I like to think of the farm as a farm, a real farm. I know it is all virtual, really, but it means something to me as they are. Oh, wow. We don't really need, they are actually just, we've done everything this morning. So all it's a matter then is processing what we've actually got. So that's all of it away. All we've got to do is the bales. Stick those probably right now. Yeah, it's true. I mean, because all of the fields now, they're just... Obviously, we're going to sell them at some point. Yeah, only just to see... Oh, no, I don't really do that anymore. I just, like, go over the value and we'll add it. It's very... I mean, I used to get quite bent out of shape about it. Now it really is just a matter of, like, seeing, well, how much is that worth? It's 272 and, like... 265. I used to be very methodical about it. Now again, I'm not really as worried about it. That's like 500 odd thousand. That would be 650-ish, 650, 750, 800-ish, and with it, take that off, that would be 9 and 1,050,000 from all of our fields would be that what we would get if we were to sell the fields. I'm just not like we're not at that stage yet, but I'm just like saying that's a much better way to do it. Why are you stuck, Micah? Oh no, you're not. You're just doing your usual job, right? Okay, are we gonna have a lot of bales off this? We are. So then, with that in mind, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pop out. We're going to save the game a minute, and I'm going to pop out and I'm going to make an extreme, and we're going to like put that. We're going to need an extreme straw maker, because I'd imagine the straw maker is a standard. We would. Oh, I didn't never switch those on, did I? Sorry, these didn't exist when I came into the thing. I've obviously tweaked over the months. The guar bean greenhouse is tweaked to the point where you can manage with one guar bean greenhouse, which is what I always want. I don't want you to have to put 2 or 3 down. The straw factory likewise has got 3 guar glue machines instead of 1, and that actually is about right. After testing on various Let's Plays, that is, I could have tripled the output, but instead I bought in separate machines. But it does the job, and it's now balanced. So. And then all of these, I found them about right. Obviously, the processing speed is, again, the cycles is down to the production. So that's all I change when I go to a Bionic. That would be 48. And a Super would be 90. Is it? Yeah, no, it's doubled. Yeah, 96. So an Extreme would be 960 cycles per month. So it would be fairly powerful. Basically, you times 10 of and that way it's going to really seriously kick some butt You're going to see the straw going down literally like very, very quickly. The same as Bionic Bakery. We're going to like change these so that they do really ramp up and, you know, like get this job done quickly. I didn't have the knowledge to do this, but now I do. So I'm going to pop out quickly, do the tweaking of all of the models that we've actually got, and then there is quite a bit with this. So that one thing you'll notice is their time's going to be a little bit different when I come back in. But yeah, this is we've just got to get this done. So yeah, I'm going to see you shortly. Right, it's sort of right, but it's not quite right. Yeah, let me just set the yeah, so one thing we've got to do is we've got to crack on with doing the actual straw if this is going to actually sort of... Oh, do I hate that when the tractor's right near the actual... no. Thought I should press down then. Right, so nearest. I'm going to set the baler likewise. Yeah, this is the most important job because we can't control anything like this unless it's actually sort of done, can we really? I mean, you know, you can't extrapolate. Now, the one thing I have thought is, obviously I've done this, the productions, and I've like improved, but it doesn't say extreme yet, but it is. The one thing I forgot as I came in and immediately looked, I thought, oh, you didn't change the name, but they are. If you look at the cycles, what I said, 960, it is extreme. It's 10 times the amount of a super. So I will obviously update that. I've worked on obviously there's quite a few productions here that I've had to do this to. So again, likewise, this is insane amounts of like, and the super rope maker was already stupendous anyway. So that's like, these are going to just like a poof. The one thing I was thinking though, is all I've done is change the cycles, but it has got a cost per month. So I think I need trying to think about this. One thing I do understand as a gamer all my life is it's all about play balance. You've got to get the play balance. If you give somebody something, I know myself, if you like make someone invulnerable and you give them infinity powers and all the rest, it makes the game boring. It does. You've got to observe play balance. It's got to be fair and right. Otherwise, it means nothing. It really... Oh. My bad. Didn't need to do that at all. Let's just crack on. Apologies, driver. I was not trying to sack you. I was just trying to get out the tractor. Right, so then, let's just go... Yeah, we are going to need to get these done as well, aren't we? Actually grab them off the field. But we should see an insane amount of action now, even just on a basic level. All of these should be really stupendous. Obviously all I've done is change the name to the XML in the background, so it was extreme, which does 10 times the amount of cycles. So these should all be active, and we should see, I mean, little tick ups all the time. That's, yeah, it did, it went up from 1. Oh wow, is it going up? 497. It's going down. Oh, no, that's flour. The bread's going up, the flour's going down. Basic pre-wise Mr. Smith, catch up, please. Right, so then, I believe we probably have got some stuff to take across, though. That is one thing I'm going to say. Now, let's have a look at the straw factory, because that was the thing that got a glut, and I think I increased I doubled it, so we should now have no problem. This is the one thing I sort of noticed myself when I was making the reality of the Bionic. So obviously I spoke about, I mean, I used to love the upgrade mod in FS25, but myself and another person both said that it did occasionally go wrong and did bad things. So I thought if I build this into the actual production, then there's not a problem because it's not affecting anything else. So that's my hope and my premise. You will. The one thing I have done is I have actually finally this. Oh, it's not. Oh, the one thing it hasn't done then is it's not. Right, okay. There's bound to be something that didn't work out, wasn't there? Right. So we can't save the game. So everything we're doing now is a pointless waste of time, because if we save it, we've lost the. The one thing I changed was I recreated this, I need to switch this on for a minute to see what I've actually done right. I'll switch it off. Yeah, not just yet though. Yeah, I've changed the model of the spinny tailor, and obviously we can see it's not actually taken, so I've obviously done something stupendously bad, or it would be there still. So yeah, if we look for supers, and then I'll just change it. In fact, we will see the extremes. There were 7, but I don't think I changed some of the prices because I only just started to super oil. Look, oh, it's wax so bad. No, we have so why then is that? Why is that not? It's not like got any errors, is it? Index not found 09010. No silo, visuals, roof only, no children given. Right, okay. But we can see actually does appear. So that's a bit of an odd one. Right, okay, I shall be right back. Right, apologies. Yeah, it was a silly schoolboy error, actually. It really was. I've got to be honest. Yeah, it was. I'd forgotten to do what I did a lot, though. I've got to be honest. We did do an awful lot. Same problem. Yeah, did exactly the same. Well, a lot of work, didn't I? Really, I changed it. Well, you wouldn't know really unless you were mod. And yeah, I didn't. It might seem that only a few minutes have passed, but I've actually been busy on lots of like different sort of models. So yeah, this is a deja vu moment, but it is actually now there. Oh, it doesn't look right, obviously, yeah, because it's changed. This has got proper normals as well. Yeah, I like it. I do. But the bad thing is some of the boxes will be inside. Oh, yeah, the obviously thing, the level of this is different to the level of the other one. So again, there's always going to be these, when you swizzle something in like this, if it's slightly different, it's going to be slightly different. You can see the height on that. I need to probably change the original, but it may be different anyway, naturally from the height of the other one. If I remember rightly, the models went into the ground a little bit on those models. I might do the same with these because I've seen it with sheds and things. It's a much better idea to not just stick at 0, to actually go down a few feet, so that if there is a bit of like up and down of the ground, it actually gets away with it. So yeah, I might actually do that and incorporate it. It was an idea I had a couple of days ago. So we're back in business, although the roof seems a little bit not quite right on that one. Not quite got the roof right. Well, it would be me if I'd got it perfect all the time. Definitely not right. Definitely right. So they're both going. That's the most important thing. Now we should have action now on all of these extremes. I've not named them again. I've been too busy trying to like sort them out, but they are now. Yeah, we were about to drop the straw in, weren't we? That's what we were about to do. Let's grab those bales with the. I was going to say Orion, but it's the Axion, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Right, so then let's get this done. Let's grab 3 more bales, we may as well. Yeah, and we will like get them in and we'll crack on. No, we're not going to time lapse it. No, I guess again we may or may not have another session after this one, even though I'm trying to speed things up. It's going to run as long as it runs. It's just I'm trying to get this last stage better than I ever have before, and again I've now got the power to do that. I was like thinking, and I thought, well, actually, really, now that we know about supers and bionics and we've made them something real, why don't you like make an extreme? Because it's a tool. It really is. It's nothing else more than a tool. The one thing I do think, as I said, I think the costs I need to do the same, like 10 times the cost, because it's still costing you exactly the same. In a way, it's costing me less now to do more, and that's not right. But again, this was just a preliminary test. I will get this right going forwards. It's just that, as always with these type of things, yeah, if it's the very first Let's Play you do something on, there's going to be something that is either better or worse that you do when you introduce a model. And this is sort of like that. The extremes, are here, and they're real, but they're not called extremes yet, and yeah, they're not as they will be. The costs are going to be a little less, so we will make a little. Oh wow, no, does not surprise me that we've filled that already, but it also is going to grab those quite quickly as well, because the straw factory will be like producing an awful lot quicker. Yeah, so these what? Yeah, no, it did switch them on. Oh, yeah, but I thought I obviously did save it. Yeah, so these should be now going up. Yeah, we can see action. They are definitely going up. Super Spinny Tailor. It's got a lot of wool to do, but obviously this may well now actually at 2,400 cycles per month actually do kick some butt. Super Rope Maker likewise. The wool should really be beasting now, and the Super Mill likewise. Yeah, that's the cornflower's going up. I mean, we're not like going to see instantly like it's going to go blah, 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 and it's all done. Like that's even remembered the super grapes and all. It's not. It's an extreme really, but it only. I copied the super because I knew I needed to 10 times the super, so that it'll say super for all of these. I didn't alter the greenhouses because that would be cheating, because we're then extrapolating or making better those, and that's not right. Right, so we can't speed time up. We've done the animals. Yeah, everything is in. Have we got anything to sell today? Oh, we have got stuff to do though, and that is all one kind. So we do need to be using what we've got. Yeah, what's already in existence. But do we stop the greenhouses from like? Otherwise, you're going to have, and every single day you're going to have more and more stuff to sort out. This is what I always think in these type of situations. It's right, so in a way, we need to stop the greenhouses from actually working now. Although some of these you're not filled, are they? You're going to lose part of your stuff, aren't you, really? Yeah, although there are no olives in, but there will be once we've done this, so... I think I'm gonna time lapse this because there's still quite a bit of work to do, and I don't want it all to be like, I want it to be representative once we've done this. So it is the rice one we can actually stop, because this is complete boxes. It's just the other ones and the vegetable ones likewise. So somewhat happened then. It's a light thing, I think. So we want the rice greenhouse to be deactivated on all, because yeah, this is like there's no more productions being happening. Trying to do this properly in a way that I never have before, but then again I've got tools available now that I didn't have available before, so it's one of those things. Now I thought I changed the shading on the mill a little less. I tried to change the wood so it was a little, because I always like the mill to be slightly lighter than the bakery, but it doesn't look like it's done anything at all. Oh, no, I don't know. It's very minor if I have. Right, so then, and then we want... Yeah, the olives and the other one, that's going to take a little bit of time, I think, for... obviously, that's the only bad thing about 5,000 litre pallets is the fact that, obviously... they take a while to pop. It's not all good, is it really? Oh, I think there's a bit of damage where it's not looked too closely at the grapes and oils, because I think it's leaning on nothing in places because the base is bigger. So yeah, obviously it's the only bad thing about bringing new models in like this. I am a bit of a terror for it, and then it's not quite right. Luckily for us, it is almost the very last episode. It may be the last episode, but I'm not sure. It might not be either. Obviously, a lot of these things we can see their value inside the for costs. If you look at the time-saving stock check, it should tell you that our honey, for example, is out. It should still see it. If I can actually find H for honey, yeah, it's 22,000 litres, and it will tell you that it does add that up. Some of our things, though, we're going to have to remember that if we sold them, we would get 50% more. So we've got to add this in. Like, if it's whatever we've got here may well be 50% on top of that, so it'd be 1.2 million, because we would be selling everything at our own place, which is obviously you'd get more for it. So I think all of these, well, I was talking about a time lapse, wasn't I? Yeah, so we have got a couple of boxes of these which we can shift right now, and we've got a couple half formed inside. Right, let's go into that time lapse and let's get some shifting done. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. was going to finish the last bale, and I thought, well, I'm not sure that's, yeah, leave it be. It's then it is an accurate count of like what we actually did. I don't think that was the last bale that we actually got there. I thought we were going to need. I thought it was quite apt, really, that we've had to bring the water tanker that we've never used. I thought, well, it is a 77 tonner. It's going to bring a lot of water in at one time, and then we need a lot of water to sort of do the processing side of things. So really, it's not going to be. I'm glad in a way, because obviously we've not at any point like had. I think we'll put a tap down rather than like keep like going backwards and forwards. It would be a bit of a faff, really. I think. So container, beautiful tap. Keep wondering whether I should make one of these myself or not, but to be honest, I think Omatana's got it covered. I don't think there's a gamepad on the floor. Yeah, I don't think there's a need for like me to do that as well. I really don't. I think sometimes it's a bit just, yeah. First time I've tried that Dolly. Yeah, it's a newish one. So let's leave that battling away. And it should really fill up quite a while to actually make that. Yeah, it won't take that long to fill that, will it really, at that kind of rate? And the straw's going to tick down. We'll stick we'll go through. Obviously, this is the thing that's going to control us, and that is how much these things can process per month. Now, they all can process a lot. I'm going to leave the olive and grape because it has got like ones that are nearly finished. So if they pop one more each of both of those, which this should, no, they're just standards, aren't they? We never do anything special with these. Although I have gone Bionic Supers in my greenhouses. I think I have. Yeah, I'm sure I have. Bottom line is, I haven't. It was only a new thing that was on this, on other Let's Play. So I've not actually ever done that. Like here, get stumping into. Sure it is. Yeah, that's definitely going up, so it'll stop in a minute when it's filled. And then we will, well, actually, all we've got to do really is go through till tomorrow. Are we going to sell the sheep? Because it seems appropriate in a way that we know everything. It's one thing I always used to forget, but they are all adults. So I think it's, I mean, this is only, we wouldn't be doing this. Yeah, it literally is just so as we know. Sheep barn. Right, so we want to be selling for, yeah, so they're the youngest, 70 months. I mean, yeah, it's well and truly. Oh, I know it's for sale, yes. It feels a bit, it does feel horrible in a way. But we're doing this just to see like how in total, yeah, we did for everything. We wouldn't really be selling them, obviously. We all know that. Yeah, I'd be carrying on or selling the farm to someone else, or it's always a premise we sort of go on really. If anybody ever thinks about it, so that is no sheep left in the sheep barn. Not going to do that. I'd go to the extent of selling the that thing, even though we know it's got. We would sell the farm lock, stock, and smoke and barrel, and I'd imagine it's going to say it's pretty worthless anyway, even though it really isn't. Towards it's a perfectly adequate thing, but the game doesn't necessarily agree with you. So, right, so then let's go. Anything more we need to do like that? I think everything else has got things going. I switched the cornflower on because I thought, well, that's a bit pointless. You've not like got your cornflower thing going on. I'd never switched it on because it was, again, one of those things. If you remember, the cornflower and this flower here that used to be called flower 1, they are now obviously, yeah, part of this, and I'd forgotten to switch it on as you do the cakes. Yeah, I mean, everything is stupendously powerful. So did we switch? Yeah, we switched that one off, didn't we? Yeah, that's off. Olive and grapes we're leaving. Large tarps, we'll leave that. I can't see any reason why we wouldn't stick that on. We need that still to do the guar beans for the super straw factory. So let's just go through. No animals to feed. It's a bit of a strange position in it, so it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, did we ever put the generator on here? I don't think we did we? Which was a bit remiss of me. I nearly always put the generator down. Oh, did we? Did we stick it over there? I think we did, didn't we? Did we stick it over by where the BHAG is? We did. I was going to say, I could have sworn I had put it down. It's amazing when something's against the side of something that you pass it by without even giving it a glance. If it doesn't follow the skyline a lot, you like think, oh. Right, so then, no, we did see there was one more thing in the sales, but like, yeah, we'll leave it for now. I mean, if there's any big items, obviously as we go through this month or another month or whatever it takes to finish Pallegney off, then we will do what we've got to do, because it's all a valid way of making profit. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. Right, so then sales, we may as well start there. Oh, the Fent Armadillo, why did you not come sooner? Still looks a bit odd. Yeah, it's a work in progress. Yeah, I'm not sure. I was trying to do something with the front end, but it's still worth money. It's a prototype. Oh, I know it is a bit peculiar. We may as well, yeah, we may as well actually. I think that's an amazing bit of kit, actually. We may as well do that as well. And then we will sell that little lot. We've not got to worry about the animals. Just sell that. Could be the very last month that we actually get an opportunity to actually do this. Yeah, I was trying to... What I was trying to do is a master plan. But I was trying to disguise the Pepe's... Well, I converted Pepe's just to see if I could get it done. I might actually do it myself now. Yeah, it seems a bit... It's just Pepe's was the simplest way to do it. I know I'm not producing this mod for anyone else other than myself, so you are allowed to do that. Yeah, you're allowed to tweak mods as much as you like, as long as you weren't going to try to release that as your own work. And I've quite plainly given Pepe the, yeah, everything that he deserves for making the mod, although I did convert it. Yeah, it's successfully, but the game doesn't like it. I think Giants have waged war on it, so it doesn't like appear, and I did like a lot of work, but it's like they've like said, no, that thing is not going to happen again, which is maybe why it isn't in the game. Although Pepe's a bit of a master, I'm definitely a novice, definitely learning a lot of tricks, but definitely in comparison to some of the really deep things that H2 Studios, now remember to let that go, yeah, that they can do the amazing things, and that the maker of the Altec, amazing modder. Yeah, these are masters that seriously know their way around an i3D file and an XML, in comparison to me, who semi knows his way around those things. I know when I'm in the presence of modding royalty. Yeah, people who know what they're doing, really. Anything. I mean, all mods are... Yeah, I mean, I am doing advanced mods. I'm not, like, trying to put myself down, but I also know that there are super modders. But not that I'd expect in 8 months for me to become a master modder. I think that would be the expectation, so it'd be a little bit silly if I expected that kind of, like, thing. It is a bit... would be daft. Right, so then, how are we doing on our productions? Let's have a look how those extreme beasts are doing. Well, I seriously dinted all of that lot. Waters filled, straw, all my life, 94. I'm glad I increased the storage for this little lot. Look at that lot. 84 tons, 18, let's say 1,000 litres. I keep trying to fight myself from tons. Although they are metric tons, I suppose, technically speaking. So that is a lot. Straw cutlery. Is it running out of the guar glue? It looks like the guar glue. You see now that, and it's realistic if you think about it. We're not producing any more guar beans than we were before, which means the guar glue is going to run out because it's running 10 times quicker than it was before. I would have to make the guar bean greenhouse an extreme to keep up with that extreme, and that there is a certain amount of sense to that. So I like these things because this points out what you need to do to make something really work. So the super spinny tailor, That's not done an awful lot. Really? Have I 2,400 cycles per month? I would have thought that was like Super Rope Maker, on the other hand, has seriously beasted theirs and is like, there is no more in there. Super Mill. Now, this is one I was interested in seeing on how the soup. Yeah, it says Super Mill, but it's more than that. So, rice flour has run out of rice, so that's finished, and we know there is no more coming because we've actually switched it off. Sorghum flour has finished the sorghum. The wheat flour has not finished the wheat flour. So why are you not? You have got 10 times wheat. You have got 9,854 litres of wheat. So why on? Oh, distributing. Oh, there's probably no room then at the bakery, is what it's telling you. Yeah, because look at the flour, 60,000 litres. It's filled. That's the hazard. That was the shortcoming, right? Okay, it was the fact the flour's filled to go to the bakery. Not really. Not really. Oh, the bread, it is. It's not telling any lies, is it? I need to increase the storage for the bread, for the extreme. You see, and that's the mistake, isn't it? It's actually an extreme bakery, and it is out of space, and it's not telling any porcupines. Again, these are the type of things that you sort of think, right, I never thought that through very well, did I? And it's true. It's exactly right. You don't always think through everything, do you, properly? So the grape juice, so these just need that last little tiny bit of stuff putting in, and then that too is finished. So really all it is on this is that the flour can't travel to the bakery because the bakery is full of bread. So yeah, we need to like make the bread much, much more bigger before we can actually carry on. So that's finished off. Yeah, it is. Olive and grape greenhouse should now. Olives 326. So we need to go one more for that to finish that one set of olives off. That is unless no, because we've not increased this. This is just as it is. So we will do that. We'd like to finish that sort of one of the tart greenhouse. I can still crack on as it likes. And the guar beans I need to make into an extreme. So again, this is all as in live modding. I keep saying this, it's live modding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back and we're going to tweak those things so that we can actually crack on. So see you shortly. Right, yeah, I know I've moved from the shop, my bad. Yes, I have done this. It is now an extreme. Boy, is it extreme. Gordon Bennett. Well, I've got to be honest, this was a bit of a special use case because its really function is to provide guar beans to make the guar glue. So I tried to do it so it was right, but obviously never took into it, consideration. I hadn't actually done extremes. I think my greenhouses, I think I've done it on one. I think I've done it on the new olive greenhouse that I did that as a super and all the rest of it, which is where I got the idea from. So I might well be doing that to all of the greenhouses to make them into like, supers, and then the extreme for the end of the sort of session. Oh, I forgot. One thing I forgot to do is change the colour on the mill. But everything else is good. So I think we should see now. The one bad thing is, again, this is the realism of this type of thing, is obviously I've increased the storage on this lot, but I think it's going to zip through that little lot really quickly because it's like stupendously powerful now. It's, so much more powerful than the original one, which was good enough as it was, but not for obviously this use case. So I think what we'll do is we'll speed time up rather than do anything else. We should now. Oh, did I alter the bakery? Yeah, I did. I'm going to say I did definitely increase that. So we should get the outer space should now be gone, which then means that the super mill should also be distributing barley flour. Well, it can't distribute barley flour because there's none left to distribute. But the corn flour and the oat flour, it can now distribute. Why is the bakery flour has got 2 million? Did you give that enough? 2 million litres. Oh my life, that's a lot. So I would imagine in time that's Do we switch the mill off and on again? Is it perhaps that? Yeah, let's just try. And then on again, because surely, imagine, does it not work? You're not out of space at all. You're fibbing. Oh, no, you aren't. So your flour's not distributing, is it? So I think that's going to like disappear on the hour, I would say. It should do anyway. I mean, again, have I got the right flour at the right thing? Obviously, this is sometimes when you do these type of things, that this is where, no, it's the right kind of flour. Yeah, so it's just like not, we can actually assist. Can't we? If we say sport, oh, it's going to be a bit of a laborious thing. Let's just try going till 10 and see if it fixes itself. Because it may actually wake up and think, oh, I can actually do that now. Keep forgetting about the, I've got, yeah, the fine time scale thing. Right, so that should done it itself. If not, then we will assist. Yeah, it's like not. So the super mill is woken up now and it goes, oh, actually, I can stick all of that flour away, and it should now be, and it is, in the super bakery where there is an awful lot more flour. So, yeah, and there is a lot of room for that flour. I think I've gone a little bit mad with my storage. Mind you, it is an extreme, even though it says super. It is an extreme, so really, this is just a tool. They say the only thing I think I've done wrong is that the costs should be ramped up to match the speed that it's going at. But yeah, on this first attempt to do this, we'll actually have a go. So, right. So then we need to be. It is November. What is there? Is there anything to sell? Let's not forget and like do anything wrong. There's pig food now. We're going to let that ride because it's always on green. The rope is always stupendous. And we don't really need to sell anything. And what I mean is, we don't need to rush. All we need to do is times this by an extra 50% will be the amount we get. But we haven't finished. We need to finish processing. That's all there is left to do. And I'd imagine that what we're going to find. Now that one's off. That one is we're just trying to fill that one. The large tart green, so we're leaving anyway. And the guavin, this is the one I think we're going to see it run out of water. So let's go through till about 12 and just see if my theory is correct. That's what I'm waiting to sort of. I'm thinking it's going to need a bit of beefing up and a bit more. We know it goes down slowly normally, but this is not normal, is it? This is definitely far more than normal. I think it's going to eat that for breakfast because it's going to need more water and more manure. But again, this is all a learning curve, really. Yeah, it's new to me as it's going down, but it's like, yeah, it is. I think we could probably, being as we've got a massive water tanker, we could probably actually run. Let's see how this is doing 2 though as well, because I'm not sure. Oh, it has got a lot in it. No, I'm trying to feel from the back. Oh, it won't let me do it. Okay, right, we actually finished dumping, so let's stop that and we will feel. It is struggling, but I can't remember. I think we did upgrade this, but if I remember rightly, it's a 400. So it's the 9 series rather than the 1000. So it's a good, solid tractor, but it's not like. I mean, imagine it's a lot of water. 77,000 litre. Well, this isn't, but it was, and it was struggling just as much with that. So yeah, so it's. With great sadness, because this is, I've got to be honest, one of my favourite maps from FS22, and this was one of my favourite scenarios. I really did enjoy doing this Let's Play, and then obviously didn't actually air it, so this is me doing that where we've sort of done the same thing, but with modern, yeah, like obviously now modding as well. I've obviously done a lot more things and given myself a lot more scope that I wouldn't have had in FS22, so that's quite nice as well. I'm really pleased with the direction we took. I gave many ideas to myself for all the Let's Plays based upon what we did in Pallegney. It sort of opened my eyes to, whoa, what can you do? You know, like what? I believe this is where we need to be. I don't know if it's going to auto load or not. Appears not to be wanting to. I am on the right one. I am. Well, there is more than one way to skin a cat. If this has been awkward with its like... Let's try and not wreck the dolly. I know we can't, but you know what I mean. We could stick this in the production silo. That's a point. It's the production... Did I ever fix that? We did have a production silo, didn't we? And then did I actually let that slip and it... I think I did. I'm sure. It's weird as you sort of say. I think, hang on a minute, I haven't seen the production silo, but yeah, I think on the one session I said that it'd gone, and it's disappeared. That's what the room is next door to the bionic, stupendously extreme spinny tailor. Now that's a mod. Yeah, it is. It was right next door to it. I think it was there last session. I've changed my models and it doesn't like it. So we will put one down again. But we won't charge ourselves because we've already paid for it. So, yeah. We'll put it there. It doesn't really matter. For what we're trying to do now, it has no function other than to, you know, literally for us to stick it down. So, like the corner. Oh, I have changed the model on this. Yeah. It's not massive though. We want a biggie, I think. No, I also want to cheat. Let's just stick a standard production silo. Oh, you see, and that's why. Oh, that's because I've renamed it to P Silo. Right, my bad. Yeah, that's my own fault, actually. Now, that's why it's not appeared. It's not for any other reason than the fact that I tweeted after the session yesterday, and it's now not working. So let's stick that corner silo down because it seems that, yeah, we've got no other option. Oh, I think your lid's a little bit wrong. Stick it over there. Okay. I need to change my paint a bit to incorporate the side thing as well, and also I need to definitely change my lid a little because that's not quite right. Yeah, don't really matter about the door. That's the only thing with the hexagon. Obviously, its faces of, you know, I think I need to push it back a little. Though that was okay. It was type of the hexagon base comes out more further, which means that the grate's now in the wrong place slightly. So yeah. Right. So then, let's stick some water in there. Oh, why did we not fill this to the brim? Because I was in too much of a rush. Oh no, unless it did actually stick some in. And I didn't notice it was going down. We need to do a better job on that well out. Well, I was saying yesterday, I've not got the collisions on it. Well, I'm sure you actually have, because I'm sure I was bumping into the bottom of it then. Ooh, this is a bit of a struggle. I need to like do a pull right level with it, because it's obviously the corner one is deliberately, remember to take it. Yeah, I need to take that 12,000 back down. So 12,777, because we've already paid for this, a bigger one in fact. Yeah. These are my space conserving ones that are taller and obviously with a smaller nozzle that are much more compact. Oh, it has done it. But it didn't pop at any time. That's a bit odd. But it has actually done it. That's the main thing. I shall have to investigate though. Corner production silo, we want the water. If I can find it, which it should be W, but it's just not all alphabetical, so we want to... no, we've passed it, I saw it. Distribute, I believe. And 77,000, 43,000 actually. So let's stick a tap here. But let's buy the, let's literally get rid of the one at the straw. Because we can't get to it anyway, so let's just sell you, yes. Oh, we did actually. And we're going to like put another one down right where we are. Well, this has not gone quite to plan, but then all these type of things, they're always a learning curve when you like doing things like this. Let's be load up. Fantastic. And we want to... Oh, you can dump now. So, why did that not appear before? That's a really bit odd. Right, okay, so we need to speed time up because we've got to go to 1 because we need that water to go into... I mean, we've not run out or anything yet, so but it would just nice to see that actually goes through and tops that up, which it should have done now in the hour. Let's have a look how we're doing. Did that work? It should have done. It did, definitely. So the manure, which is slowly going down anyway, is not too terrible. So let's have a straw factory. Oh, now we have dinted that, so we can now... Have we stuck all of it in? I don't think we did we? We had got one set left to do, which should be you. Yeah. So we should just about, I reckon, be able to squeeze this in just about now. Oh, no, yeah, I'm not scrunching. Yeah, I'm not always good at allowing myself enough room to like turn in those situations. You're with the equipment that's on. Let's drop this in. I think this is... Yeah, the thing that's slowing us down, actually, strange enough, is the extreme spinny tailer. Can't work out why that is the case. It might be that the making the cloth stroke and then going to close is what's slowing it down. And these are, again, what I love, these conundrums. Wow. Of like, you know, well, why is that not working right? And then you think, that's, yeah, it's all about distribution and numbers and maths. I'm not very good at maths, but it does intrigue me. I love to see the numbers working. It is quite amazing. Right. So then. Right, let's have a look. We're going to go through. Yeah, that's filled. Straw's filled, and we're nearly there. It will pull that through. This lot is really going through the roof. The super mill is now busy, so it'll be interesting to see what happens overnight to... I mean, the oats was on 100 and some thousand, so the corn... Is the corn not very good cycles? Yeah. It ran out of space. It would stopped. Because the one bad thing is... No, I did call the cornflower something... Yeah, no, I did. I was going to say I wanted to separate the cornflower from the normal flour. So I did call it cornflower. I don't know what went wrong with that, but it is... I hope we shall see overnight. See if there is anything wrong. So super grapes and oils, we've got the olive and grape greenhouse, which we're hoping that will finish by morning. So let's go through. This might be a bit longer than normal because it has obviously... I don't know, there's not been much recording time. There's lots of time me going out, fixing things, coming back in, but not too much chatting. But I would imagine, normally these are quite short, but we've done a lot of on... I can't think of the right word. Yeah, that did it. It did. So now we can switch this off. I know we've nearly finished some grapes as well, but you just wanted to finish the one. So we need to run that down so it's accurate. So we need to... Oh, it's December, isn't it? So we want you. We need to grab that last set of bits and bobs. And then we can... crack on and see like how well did we do. I mean, I know we're going to do well. I do know that definitely. Not bad for a little ragtag thing where we just got this one field to begin with. I'm quite pleased with where we came to and where we actually went to. I'm not sure if I did a little bit better field wise, but it was more traditional farming. No. Yeah, not. It was more traditional farming than obviously because there's more productions that we've had. Oh wow! Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, we finished one of each, so that's not bad. We'll run that across, and we shall see how well we do. I do like these palettes. I do like my little pictures. All right, so then. Yeah, the guar beans, they're going across there still, and the honey's still producing. I was going to say, where's the honey? Where's the bees? It's right next door. Yeah, I do know where. It's one of those, again, a little bit like you get snowblind. It's such a long time ago since I actually set that, like put it down, that you sort of like think, where is it? I can't remember. It's nice to see this little lot working though. Right, smashing. So, let's make sure there's no stopped bits that's actually not working right. There's nobody crying out and saying, so that's now off. That is off. Lodge top can carry on. That's not hurting anybody. The guar bean is ripping through that. It is also going down the water a little, but yeah, it's the manure which we may need to top up sooner rather than later. Straw factory is doing a nice job, and it is having guar beans and glue that's left now. So that extreme greenhouse is now really kicking in. So the Super Spinny Tailor, this is the one that's got me a little bit, yeah, because I would have thought 2,880. Oh, is that's not, doesn't seem terribly extreme. 3,000 times 6 is 6 3,000s. It's fairly extreme. 6 3,000s is 6 3s are 18, so 18. I would say that's fairly stupendous, really. Not on the as extreme as the others, but it's definitely should seriously make a dint in that. Let's go through and see exactly what do we run out of, what's actually happening. Now I know we could be selling stuff, but I'm just going to go on max price because we would be selling this. That we just want to like see what did we do, what are we left with when we've like got through producing the end products from all that we've got. That's all I want to go. Ooh, got some snow coming later. So that went down. No, that was quite considerable. 20 odd tons. Clothes is now going up quite a lot. So it's still not what I would call extreme. This particular one, there's a slowdown on. Yeah, that must have produced a lot of fabric. But it seems to be the double process, which is a little bit slow. So I need to ramp this up a little. Even as a bionic and a super, it's not quite right. Whereas we saw this is just stupendous. We can switch it off though now. There's nothing left to do. Super mill is corn then. So that did go down a lot though. It's about 50 odd tons. So that's quite tremendous. How are we doing on the bet? Oh my life. We've about filled the bakery. Well, I didn't think we'd... But I suppose we make... Yeah, the one bad thing that I did was I didn't call the corn... That it only makes bread. So the flour comes in as corn flour, but it goes out as standard bread. So... Or bread one, my bread is. But yeah, basically... Wow, that is tremendous. So that's why it didn't do any more. Are we going to go out and do that again? It's an awful massive amount that... It is. I've got to be honest, it really is. Let's have a look how much the value of this is, though. And let's see what else. If it's just one thing, like that one thing. So this is... Oh, seriously, beast. Now, one more day, I would think, on this. Super Spinny Tailor, that's going to be more than one day. That's done. Super Mill is... not done. Grapes and oils. It was the rice. Why have we not? Why is it not switched on? Which kind of rice are we talking? Oh, we want short, don't we? That one is... Yeah, so is that... No, it's not. That was it. We must have... I think I mentioned that before. We'd obviously made the other. I made it, but I never switched it back on. So they're finished, and they're finished. So that just one thing to do in that one. Super Bakery is literally out of space. So the guar bean's doing well, the corner production silo, it will have done its water and everything's gone. It's fulfilled its purpose. So really, to do this properly, I could do with popping out one last time. So let's do it. Let's get this done. I'm going to see you shortly. Right, I am back. Yeah, just had a power cut, a mini power cut. It was in our house. Yeah, I thought it was like an area power cut. It literally just went straight down. It's just about to come back in the game and start recording when, lo and behold, it went pop. Yeah, so, right, is that slightly light? Has it taken note? Or have I... Right, apologies for that. It's not my wife shouting up. Bless her. I'd already told her that the pond was broken and the pump needs replacing, but I have ordered one off Amazon. It will be arriving by 10 o'clock tonight. Did you need to know this? Of course you didn't. Right, I've tweaked a few things, so let's have a look and see. I've also changed them to extreme. I thought, well, at least, oh no, super grapes and orange, I forgot that one. Yeah, I thought it's let's call them what they are. And I'm sorry for shouting. It's what I've called them extreme because, yeah, they are extreme. So Spinny Taylor, I have like tweaked that a little bit. So 68,000 it's got right now. No animals to worry about. Did we check the sales this morning? Oh, we didn't. Or we can... Nah, let's leave it. Let's leave it as it is. It's an accurate... I know we could, but it's going to make this stupendously long. Right, so let's have a look. What have we actually got left to process? That's a really important thing. So Extreme Straw Factory has got 209,000 litres. And I believe we did stick the last... was I about to do that when it went pop? That is the question. No, we did do it. Yeah, so that's everything off. All of our fields done. Every single bit of... Oh, I still got... Oh, yeah, I've got to fix that. It's looked a little bit odd with its cap. Such a weird sort of shape. Although, yeah, this one's got a bit of character too. They're not exactly... Yeah, it's weird when you're in the i3D. They look completely different. And if you look, say, from this side, like that... Actually, it still looks wonky. There's no excuse. This is the one I tweaked last night. I did this when I was coming. I thought, let's get this sorted. I've waited long enough. I think nearly all the models now are on the new. Yeah. Oh, it does look a bit. Yeah, it's definitely sticking out a bit. I like it. Yeah, the normals are doing their job. Right. So then, we're at 739,000. Everything should be good now. As in, like, nothing should be shrieking out that nothing's out of space, or plenty of bread out. They've doubled the space, nearly doubled the storage on that, so that's got plenty. Rice flour is indeed out, so that one can be switched off. So we're down to just the bread flour from corn and the bread flour from normal flour. So yeah, that's we'll see what it does now. It's not run out of actual thing. That's at 208,000. Wow. That's seriously, you can almost watch that go down. Super grapes and oils, olives are gone. We switched off. It's only the rice oil that's left, and that's not going to take too long either to do that. So let's go through till the morning. We could get away with not, we're just speeding time up, but it's probably easier. It also gives you that idea of how much you actually are like getting through, which is really interesting for this type of thing when you're using this kind of production. Right. Yeah, not much production costs, which shouldn't really be. It's true. Right, so then, but actually there should be more than there is, though. That's a... Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's definitely extreme. Look at that little lot. The straw boards and everything. That is tremendous. It is amazing. And their recipes are, yeah, they're not like stupendously silly. Imagine that's the guar glue. Yeah, it is lossy. I have done it properly. Yeah, I mean, obviously that's gainy because we're using a lot of glue, which you would be. It's like, yeah, we're still losing loss, and we are on that one. I want it to be realistic. Again, I want them to be, all of these to be realistic. There is some loss to straw hats as well. So that's all finished. So that is done. Super grapes and oils. That is also done now. So let's switch that off too. And bakery is, oh wow, look at that. So really it's what we need to be going back to is the meal. How we do. Oh, the corn. So the cornflower, what's wrong with the cornflower? It's done some, but it's not. Where is the... Wow, that's still going up. I think it must have... No, it's going up. Okay, that's going to fill that bread, isn't it? We're looking at that. I think that's going to fill that. Let's just go through till... Well, it's still taking a few months to do this. I think that's everything, though. What about the Spinny Tailor? Oh, wow. It is hitting it hard now. It is. So let's go down again. I know, obviously, the close, it would be the perfect time to actually sell them properly. Let's have a look. See how that cornflower's doing. That's the thing that's holding us up now. I can't understand why it's not going down. Imagine, as I said, yeah, even an extreme. I think it's about 8. It should be 80 tons. No, 10. It'd be 40. No, 10. It'd be 100 tons a night. It should be. It's not. Yeah, so this is not doing what I would have expected it to do. So this is not extreme enough, this particular process. But then again, the process may be very painfully slow, and so we're speeding up enormously. It is seriously dinting the wool now, but this is not... I think I would need an extreme if this is what an extreme is like. So really, if this is just a thing for like the going forwards, this needs to be ramped up, I should say, at least 2 or 3 times, because this is not what I'm going to be using in the Let's Plays apart from at the end. So that one's finished. That one is finished. We know that. So we have just that one and the bakery. Mill. How is the mill doing? That's not doing terribly well with the corn, is it? So why? 30 times 480. If I missed one, let's just work that out. 30 times 480 is... it's only 14 tons per night. So actually, I would say that's about right. Which really, that's only just marginally. So I think I missed one. But looking at that. Also, yeah, I mean, we'd sort of like, anyway, with the Spinny Tailor, we're going to have to go at least another couple of months anyway. So let's just do that. And also, have we got any room left in the bakery? Yeah, I mean, because that, I thought we'd have easily enough. Nah, it is only going up a little now. So let's go through. We've got nothing to worry about. It does give me something to work on, though, for making these extremes extremely extreme, because obviously this would be just a finishing off, and that's still not good enough on the Spinny Tailor. That's definitely a hold up. And the bread is going up a little, as you'd expect, because we've seen that yeah, that is still... So that should have gone down about 14.5 tons of corn, which is somewhat like that. So that's not far off, is it, really, from what we saw? I mean, it seriously is doing well, but not... I mean, I always find meals are brilliant anyway. I've always said this. I mean, the oats were, in comparison... it's... Yeah, I'm missing a 0. The cornflower's... Yeah, it's 10 times. I missed the cornflower. Somehow, looking at this, I've missed the cornflower. There's a 0 missing off the end. That's all I did, is 10 times the amount. So that's why this is at standard rates just for this one product. Isn't that typical? The very one we needed is the very one that we've not done it right. So 26,000 litres of wool. Let's go through. That should pretty much be like down a reasonable amount. I think probably one more month for that, and we probably have a couple of months short on the cornflower. But it's not going to affect things too much. That's one thing I'm going to say. Let's have a look. No. Oh, wow, the real 11 cent Vario. Amazing. And a beautiful 12.3 metre. We could have missed our harvest and not looking in the cells, but there's no point now, is there really? So let's have a look. How are we doing? Wool is down to 11,000 and the mill is 59,000. So let's go through. I'd want to get this finished so that we all know how well we did
Even if that means just going through bang, 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 bang. We've gone through 4 months to do it. At least then it's done. It's not taking very long per day. And I would imagine that's the clothes done now. I would imagine that that's definitely... Yeah, so that one's finished. So let's stop that. And so we can also stick the extreme. That's everything done on that one too. We've finished that one too. I think, yeah, we switched that one off. So really all we're left waiting for is the how we're doing it on storage space for the bakery. Oh, okay. Right. So we've sort of reached a bit of an impasse. I never ever thought for 1 minute we would be anywhere near ready to fill that. I've never seen so much bread. But I mean, it's all legit. We've not done anything. We did have hundreds of tons. So really, it couldn't actually finish this even if it wanted. I will leave it there. I mean, we've sort of, we're talking extreme, aren't we? Let's see. Can it see everything? The costs. Oh, I would say it can. Wow. That is tremendous. From a little tiny Let's Play. I mean, even the guar glue is worth a fortune. What we've got left, we've got 404,000 litres of guar glue. That's extreme. It is clothes. Look at that. 97,000 litres of clothes. 465,978,000 litres of bread. Grape juice. Grape juice. Normal, a little bit. 2,000 litres that we had left over. Grapes. Guar beans. Honey. 37. Now, one thing we've got to remember is this: every single thing we can sell at our place, and it's all, look at the pig foods. Gordon Bennett, 24,909 litres of olive oil still. Did that stop then? The oil? Super grapes and oils. Did we switch it off? No, that is the olive oil. Yeah, no, I apologise. I'm being a bit dense. Yeah, it is the olive oil, not olives. There's only a little tiny bit. So no, everything's as it should be. Rope, 58,000 litres. Rice oil, 24,000. Seeds, solid fertilizer, spring onions. All of this lot. Look at this lot. Each one of those. This is what I was saying. These are not terribly overpriced. They are literally, as you'd expect from a product, but quite reasonable. But it goes to show you that straw, if you've got something to do with straw, it can actually be quite a good little business. If you'd got a market that would actually buy all of your produce, really, we know the game simplifies it. But so if we say 5,864,000 be 7.5, 7.9 million, 8.9 million if you include all of the fields. So this Let's Play, not including like selling obviously the actual infrastructure itself, we've got, including all of those fields that we already worked out to be just over 1 million, is nearly 9 million plus 776,000 euros. So really close to 10 million on a start from scratch on hard economy. Amazing. If you'd have said that for this particular Let's Play, I would have said, nah, no way. Although I've got to be honest, that was a humongous great cornfield. So what have we got left in hand, that corn that we've actually got in there? How much did we have left? We've still got 45 tons of... So that would be quite a lot more bread. I would say we'd be touching more like 500,000 litres by the time that would process. But it's not going to alter things by anything other than a few tens of thousands. So 9 million... No, nearly 10, isn't it? Yeah. No, nearly... I think I'm confusing myself now. 8.9... It is nearly 10 million. Yeah, nearly 10 million with the 776,978 loose change, not including if we were to sell our farm on as it is, which, goodwill and all. That is really quite tremendous. So, for the very last time on Pallegney, I'm going to say, massive shout out to yourselves. Thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to continue with me on other journeys. massive shout out to MA7 Studios for what I personally believe is one of the best maps in both FS22 and FS25. There's so much character. He's such an incredible modder. And the only reason I didn't go back on the farm was because we already did that all the way through FS22. So I wanted to build my own, but still come on this beautiful map. And as I said, memories of what I did the first time overshadowed this a little bit, and we've done quite a bit similar, but where we've come a long way from because this has been such a long running let's play. Those models have changed about 7 times, some of them of different like types of rope maker, all of the different things that we did with all of these. It's been quite tremendous. Yeah, the tweaking I did on the sheep barn, all of those type of things, the greenhouses, boy oh boy, have we done some changes to the greenhouses over the months. So it's been nice to sort of like, as you would, and I do like this because obviously as a modder I'm able to express the growth of the farm in a way that you can't always do normally, and also with swizzling out XMLs and taking money and doing that, it's given me a certain amount of freedom to do this without it getting messy from a game perspective. So yeah, it's we've not cheated either. We did it all fairly. We took the 20 grand and we boosted it up to the next level and things like that on the thing the next night. So it's so nearly 10 million. Yeah. And all that remains to say for the last time is goodbye for now.